NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. 7 yards there and a first down.
The Falcons at 3-7 now in the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, they should start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
2 big runs here to start this game. How about the offensive line? They came out firing. Great leverage, great punch to get this thing started.
And now this unit on the move already. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Being chased out left. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And complete to Drake London. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a first down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
They'll give it to Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. Touchdown, Chicago! Velus Jones with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They try again with Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes in that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try to counter here. Cohen. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Fields on 3rd down. He's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Here we go. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Now back to throw. He's got a man complete. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, It may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing bit.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Here we go. Ball ready.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Robert Quinn in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now it's the backup Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And some space here. Well, do you want to unpack that, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
If this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen, here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
And a decent little gain puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Back to throw. Fields swings this out here for Cohen.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And 3rd and 8 now.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Eric Harris who picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, and now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Pollard again, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing is Mariota. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now Mariota on 4th down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator. Wouldn't we clip out the box score? Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Yet another interception. I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
She's checking in. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, They're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Mariota now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Cohen gets it again on 2nd.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Chicago.
Tariq Cohen, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The Falcons take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Play fake. Mariota. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game plan, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Mariota on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A run between the tackles with Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
173 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so. Bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Cohen will take it in. Touchdown, Bears.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Falcons 7-7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
3, 3, 3. 1, 1. 1, 1, 1.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Chuck.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Chicago.
Velus Jones
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's going to wind up and air it out.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. To throw Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A first down throw for Mariota. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play. First down, Mariota. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mariota. Forced out to his left, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Mariota. Flushed out right.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Three.
Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down.
Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, their touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no